I won't lie, I read this book within a week and I am a slow reader, so this should give you a lot already. I bought this book thanks to Instagram, and I'm actually happy to say that I bought the entire series right away just because I believed in it, considering what I've seen on Instagram already. I managed to not get too many spoilers about it, but the fact that people say that it destroyed them emotionally was totally down my alley. I was like, yes, please. And if you are thinking about reading the Throne of Glass series, I know that if you Google what is the correct order of reading those books, they would tell you to start with this one, but I would highly recommend starting with this one. I wish I started with the Assassin's Blade myself. That's why I'm gonna just say it, and I also made a video about it and about why I decided so, but I've read Throne of Glass, then I read Crown of Midnight, and then I read the Assassin's Blade. And I regret this. I wish I started with this and then got into this. But that's all that I wanted to start with. Let's get to the no spoiler review and the star rating, because this book, good, really good. Throne of Glass is a multiple POV fantasy story that follows 3 people at the beginning, and then it kind of gets a little bit bigger. So this is something that you need to keep in mind. So we start with Selena Sardothian, which used to be the biggest assassin in the kingdom, and she's amazing, and she's 18 and she's pretty cool. She's a really strong and amazing FMC that's also soft, which I like. She likes her gowns, she likes her flowers, she likes her jewelry, she likes all of the cute things, but she can also slip your throat whenever you piss her off, and it's awesome. I love it. Then we're also following Prince Dorian, who is the prince of the whole series, and his father is the king. And also, I really hope that you say it Howl. I'm gonna say Howl throughout this entire time, by the way, who is the main god and a friend of Dorian's. So those 3 characters, 2 guys, 1 girl, are going to get you through this entire book. And it's a pretty cool one because it starts at Selena being in jail for the things that she has done. Well, it's not really jail, it's more like Nazi work camp, I would say, considering everything, and it's a salt mine, basically. And Howl and Dorian come in for her to get her as their tribute. So she basically does not volunteer as a tribute, but she is asked to become a tribute for Dorian because his father is looking for his own assassin, and he decided what would be the better way of getting a new assassin than to make it basically a show. It's a show, okay? It's nothing else than a show. What I like about this book is also that there's no information dump. There are some books that are starting with so much world building that you just go through it, and then at one point, maybe like in 1/3 of a book, you're like, oh, action, love it. But in this one, there's action. It's written in a really nice, light style, and I kind of find it hard to believe that this book has been written by the same person that wrote the Court of Thorns and Roses and the whole courts things, because it's a way different story. It's much more badass, much more well thought. There's a lot of things that I would say that this is better than the Court of Thorns and Roses. If you're a fan of ACOTAR, this is better in many ways, shape and forms. The characters are well thought through and deep. I like them. They have their own things going on. Nothing feels forced. It all feels really natural, and they really do feel like they have their own things. Their souls, really. And also there is a plot twist that I kind of have not seen coming. Like, it took me by a storm, and I was really like, damn, wow, nice. And the FMC is really stubborn, but believable in her stubbornness. It doesn't feel forced. And it may have kept me up at night, because usually I'm going to sleep at like 10 p.m, but I was in bed at 1 and finishing the book. Priorities in life. Let's get to my star reading, because this is what we're all waiting for. Fantasy, 5 stars. Writing, 4 stars. Mostly because some of the things were not clear enough in reading. But it's really nicely written, just saying. Multiple POVs, 5 stars. I love that. Storyline, 5 stars. Plot twist, 4 stars. There were a couple of things, just saying. World building, 5 stars. Characters, 5 stars. Overall, I'm giving this book 4.8 out of 5, okay? It's that good. I liked it. I really did, enjoyed it. I kind of love it. Overall, a really great read, and I will be fair. Just one day after finishing this one, I was 100 pages into this one. It's a really good come back to book because I'm having some stops in between. Like I was reading The Witcher before reading this one, and it's good to just come back, and it's not like you come back and you're like, what did happen in this book? What happened in the last one? You just come in and you're like back into action. It all clicks, and it's so good in this. So, is this series on your to be read? Please do let me know in the comments down below, and let's have a conversation. And before you go away, I am still having a spoilers review. So, spoilers. If you haven't read the book yet, turn off this video, come back once you read it, and let's have a full discussion because I have a lot of things to talk about, as always. So, Front of Glass spoilers review incoming. I need to start with this. Selena is a really reliable and believable female character that is both soft and badass. And I like how the author, SJM, has actually put her whole coming back to shape experience. If you know, you know, but there was vomiting. If you experienced it, you know what I mean by this. And if you were reading it and you got to the vomiting part, you were probably like, oh yeah, I've been there. And also, there's even returning periods. If you know, you know. Interesting part, more reliable and real situations. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. A lot of fantasy stuff doesn't have anything that really sounds real. Like, everyone's always badass. And it's like, when do you have your period and you don't die? Like, what do you mean? She dies. It's real, and I felt it. I felt it deep within my soul, and uterus apparently. Prince Dorian is also really real type of a character, and I like how he gets pissed. I mean, troubled about the fake nature of the world that he lives in. Like, he sees it. The POV of Dorian is really interesting from a point of view of someone who has never been a prince, I guess, and how he sees the things that are happening around him. Really interesting. I really liked it. Now, I know I will get a lot of hate for this, but I believe Cal is really sweet. He tries. He not necessarily makes it happen all the time, but still, he is trying, okay? Like, it's sweet and it's real because not everyone knows what would be the best thing to do. And let's just settle on one thing. We all make our mistakes, especially if we don't have full information about the situation. And let's not forget that they are still pretty young. How old is he? 21, 22 in this book? 23? He said his age, but I don't remember it. Ugh. He's loyal, honorable, and absolutely stuck in his head. Big time. But he grew on me within the book. Like, at the end, let me just tell you, like, Prince Dorian was absolutely useless, while at least Cal did something. Anything, just saying. Let's just say that there were a couple of things that were a little bit confusing. Like, you took her out of this jail, work camp, whatever, and within a week she was supposed to be passing some tests while she was still throwing up, not being able to, like, hold food and stuff. Like, this will totally go well, won't it? And she's going through, like, tests against people who have not been through the same thing. Totally can go well, can it? Oh, and the whole side character, whatever lady, was confusing AF. Whenever her POV was showing off, I was just like, oh my god, please just stop. And she was obsessed AF. Like, if I could just get her POV saying she still thinks about the same things, I would be like, okay, got it. That would be better, because it was a little bit confusing, and I was like, okay, can we stop with this? This is weird. Now, the Princess Nahimia, intelligent AF, badass AF, cunning AF. I love how she used the I love how she used the ignorance to her own benefit, and how she was pretending not to speak the language and everything, so people would talk about all the things next to her. It's so smart. Now, in contrast, Selena is being told to be so cunning, intelligent, and everything. Nahimia, that's a next level. She's the most intelligent character of this entire series, probably. Just saying. Well, as much as I've read right now, and my book just fell, so I need to get it. Damn it. And then we have a series of unfortunate and fortunate events, and the fact that no one has really reacted on the poison that was so visible even without getting the Selena's POV on how she felt. It was so obvious, and the fact that no one reacted, no one was like, oh, that's kind of weird, is also astonishing, although maybe they were just stupid, I guess. Or maybe no one just wanted to get into trouble with the king, in which case they were like, oh, probably he orchestrated it, so I will not react, so I will not get into trouble, which I could understand. It makes sense. But then again, Dorian was pretty useless. He was just standing there and watching, like he likes to watch, I don't know. But Cal was really useful, so this is when he grew on me the most. Or maybe they were all just blind. Huh? And what I didn't like was the ending things by Selena. It was like all of her communication skills and everything just went down the drain or down the abyss, and it just kind of took vacation type of a thing. But I do like the fact that Dorian is kind of like, okay, we can be friends, that's absolutely fine. There was nothing really going on, there's no spice, obviously. It's a pretty good book, I liked it, but those were the things that kind of confused me a little bit, and I was like, kind of weird. But I'm giving it a try, so I finished this one already, and I got through Assassin's Blade, so I have 5 books to go, and they are kind of bigger, so please be sure to follow, so you will be able to see all of my reactions all the time. And I'm also making like short videos on my Instagram in which I'm doing just like my live reactions of reading different things, so you may find it interesting. So what are your thoughts about The Throne of Glass as a book and as a series? Please do let me know in the comments, and try not to do spoilers, or just write a big spoiler before writing a spoiler, so no one will get, you know, hurt in the process, please. And write where the spoiler comes from, by the way, because if it comes from a book that I haven't read yet, I will not read it. But all the other comments I will answer, and we can have a full conversation. If you want more reviews from the Throne of Glass series, here is my review of the Assassin's Blade, which I still believe should be the first book to be read. And if you are interested in fantasy books in general and how to publish one, I also have a playlist for this, because I'm publishing my debut fantasy book this Halloween, and I'm really excited about it. So yeah. Thank you very much for watching. If you liked it, don't forget to leave it a thumbs up to help me make algorithm extremely happy, and I will see you in the next one. Until then, stay awesome, fam. Bye!